everybody. Welcome back to the BamCast podcast. The BamCast, as always, is the home of the anti-PC. Shout out to Boomjar Physics, as always, for the intro song, and Prismatic Verse for the intro sequence, which you guys just saw if you're watching, and all
which
the
you should fucking be doing by now.
and all the graphics coming out of the BamCast, and you're gonna see a bit more. This is coming to you after the live show, so I hope you guys enjoyed the live show. Shout out to California Apparel. Use the promo code BAM20. Get 20% off anything you've ordered. And you can check out Straw House JA. They sell metal foldable straws. Because let's be honest, plastic straws are killing the turtles and paper straws suck. Like, they finish and go bad so quickly. They're the worst. Straw House JA. The way. Right, guys? Whole heap of new stuff coming. But here with us, as always, is the faithful co-host Bobby B. Wipery. And tonight with us, today, whenever you guys watching it, is our guest, Down the Road JA. This is where you pick up the mic, bro.
Alright, I got the mic.
There you go. Tell the people hello.
Yeah, peeps, big up. This is the man called Down the Road, aka Dwayne, aka Doofy. I go by all those names, so yeah, big up on yourself. Thanks for watching. Or listening.
You see?
What?
No. Tell them again. Thanks for what? Watching.
Yeah,
because
you
what
need
you
to
should
subscribe to the BamCast YouTube.
see
And that
that?
me I talk about.
Seal.
Support the culture.
Seal.
Straight. Before we even start, dog, where'd you get Doofy from?
Alright.
Why are you asking for the origin of Jamaican nicknames, Martin?
Because, dog, Doofy?
Yo.
Doofy sound like it come from somewhere.
Alright.
Like, something
So-
off a goofy.
You know the craziest thing is I turned 30 this week and just reminiscing about life with my mother, right? We were talking about my nickname and she's like, yo, is your friend from prep school gay the name there? Like, imagine, you own a friend. I got this name on the first day of summer school in high school.
That's
And
not
this-
your friend.
I don't know, like I need to question my friendships. You see me?
I picked up Bobby in first form. It's been with me ever since.
That's right. It's a pretty easy story. I mean, when you're starting a new class or you're doing welcoming exercises in a group setting, sometimes I say, all right, use an adjective to describe yourself. And like, I was there sitting down for a good minute and my brethren just ball out, yo, Doofus doing.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
I knew it.
Hot.
Was I not correct?
It's Doofus was the nickname originally.
And it
But
eventually
I'm not
became
gonna work
Doofy.
with that. So some people called me Doofy and I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna work with that name, I'll choose the lesser of the two evils. So
You know what we should name this podcast?
what we should call it?
Doofus.
I just put on my glasses. I'm pretty three blind mice, dog.
Wow, that's
All
crazy.
three of us have on glasses. Wow.
Yo, I am blind. If you ever see me without these, I have in my contacts.
You're like Bob. Yo,
Can't
we're
say
we're
fucking
partying
thing.
before the pod, and I realized the two of them are mad similar, man.
Yes. I was telling Martin that Bobby.
There's
my
only
spirit
one Bob.
animal.
Any other Bobby sucks.
Bobby sucks, I swear.
I hate to know. No. There's the Bob from Sensi, the farmer Bob.
That's Farmer Bob.
Oh, he has a title.
Uh-huh.
It's like a pimp named Slickback. You have to say the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
So yo, Doofy.
Yeah.
I'm definitely calling you Doofy for the rest of the podcast.
That's
alright?
fair, just do it.
It's stuck. Alright? I'm gonna figure out a way to put it into the title. But
Work with it.
I don't know anything about Doofy outside of Down the Road JA.
Rightly so.
First of all, tell them what that is. Then I'm gonna gush over the mad videos them man you produce. That dog. The video them bad.
Clean.
Alright, I'm gonna link all of this stuff in the bio. But yeah, tell them about Down the Road
Alright, so what we
JA.
talking about first? Down the road or
Down the
Doofy?
road.
Alright,
Talking about down the road. I don't want to harbor on Doofy too long, but trust me, we're coming back.
Yo, basically, Down the Road is my blog that is turning 2 years old on July 19th. I don't know if this will be out by then, but July 19th, the blog is turning 2 years old. Pretty much the idea was that I got my car probably about 3 years ago, right? And I was finally able to go out and do some things that I wanted to do, which is go to the countryside, go some river, go some places that I would be limited to go if I didn't have transportation on my own.
What kind of car was this?
It's my current car. It's a Subaru Legacy 2000. Okay. My uncle gave me this car.
As long as you not take a little Corolla and
A
take to
little
the
chuku chuku.
countryside.
Yo, it no matter, as long as you can move. And this is one of the main things about Down the Road is that, the point is you can all explore your country. It doesn't have to be the foreigners who are going to these places.
Of course.
So use whatever you have. I
Firm
could have a little
proponent of that.
Corolla. I could have a Lada.
Were you over there,
No,
mumbling?
man, I said don't take your Corolla in a riverbed and thing, but cause it's what that falls the name in a Portland when you have to drive across a riverbed for real.
Yala's Falls?
It's not
That's-
Portland, St. Thomas, sorry.
St. Thomas, that's Reggae Falls.
Reggae
Reggae,
Falls.
reggae,
So you have to
reggae,
literally
reggae.
drive
It's
across.
literally a riverbed, yeah.
Yeah, so don't take your Corolla out there.
Yeah.
Go with your friends who have a bigger vehicle.
Right,
Please.
something that now got stuck in the river, isn't it?
Right.
Didn't Timmy take the Camry?
Timothy treated that Camry like a 4x4, to be fair.
Rags it out.
Camry made it.
It made it.
It made
Toyotas
it.
make the best vehicles.
Yeah,
So maybe
sure.
your Corolla might make it, but don't take your Nissan, don't take your Tida, you know?
Yeah, don't do it. Anyways, so
you started this off a vibe of, what was it? Our friend was saying the other day, a dryland tourist
Dryland
kind of
tourist.
vibe.
exactly.
So like you
So
wanted to explore your own country.
pretty much, I
We
work
need
in
to do that more.
I work in hospitality, right? So I work at a hotel. So
I'm sorry
travel
to hear.
and tourism. Hey, it is what it is, man.
No, I've been there, sorry to hear.
Travel and tourism is really my forte, my specialty. So that's what I'm interested in. So I was finally able to do these things. So I started doing it, and obviously you want to share your experiences. So people always love the pictures that I took.
Mhm.
Yo, your IG is so cool. Where are these places? Yo, you should start a blog. And as one of my coworkers, she just kept drilling it in my head. Start a blog, share these places with people. I was like,
See, sometimes nagging is good.
yeah, it
Sometimes.
worked out because I was
Don't
like,
let my
alright,
girlfriend here.
sir, finally, all
I
right,
don't
let me
think
just
she
do this.
listens. So
So
she was just nagging, and eventually you're like, all right, you know what?
exactly. So what I did was I kind of narrowed it down. Like I wrote a long list of names that I thought would kind of work.
Names of people or places?
No, man, like a name for the blog, for my website.
Oh, okay.
So I think the top two were Round the Road and Down the Road. And I did a poll. I asked probably like 30 of my friends. And it just was Down the Road. So I was like, all right, cool. Buy the domain, set up the WordPress, and I just started writing blog posts pretty much. So every time I went out to an adventure on the weekend, I'd take pictures on my phone, edit them on my little VSCO on my phone, and upload them to my laptop and post them on the blog, you see me? So that's how this all started. It was really my blog, and to this day, it's still my personal blog because I'm the one who puts most of the blog posts out, and I do all the editing of the videos and the pictures and all of that.
Yeah, I was going to ask, blog posts as in like writing
Yeah,
and,
right.
and the video editing and the shooting?
Yeah, because that's what it was initially. You know? It was just writing and putting my experiences in words, but people don't read, man. So people love the pictures from the
Readings for
start.
yellow bellies, man.
And it's funny that one day I bring my brethren on one of the party and he had his drone. So we did some video with his drone and I took some videos on my phone. And I had used this app like a couple years ago to do this video called Final Pro. And I said, all right, let me download it. Let me edit up the video then. So I edited the video and the website is called Down the Road. So I was like, okay, what am I going to call this video? I was called the video Down the Road. Put out the video and people liked it. So I was like, all right.
Cause they're dope videos, man. Like,
No, but this literally all started with my phone. Like I was shooting almost all of the first season of Down the Road on my iPhone.
this podcast started with us talking to the laptop mic. You gotta start somewhere.
Yo, you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, you just gotta do it.
Right, and that's one of the things I learned, even watching people like Casey Neistat on YouTube. Like,
Man has a
You have to
strong nose.
Man has a strong face.
super strong. It's a very strong face.
Very strong face.
The nose kind of arches out, then the chin curves.
Him
in.
look like Mad Eye Moody.
Yo.
Quality content though. Can't
I'm saying-
can't
Regardless
deny
of
that
looks,
man.
the man
True,
is
true,
killing
true,
it, isn't
Can't
it?
deny
So
that man's skill, dog.
Not denying that, just
you just have to
strong.
start somewhere. So I was like, let me just start this thing.
Lift weights.
And gradually it
It's
progressed.
the push-ups
and-
every morning.
Yes, sir. It just progressed and I started probably focusing a bit more on the videos. So I don't write that much. I still do write because I think people still have to at least have a base that they can go back and...
But people fuck with the videos.
people love the videos, you see me?
Yeah, people love clean, crispy. Like, especially when
Crispy.
like, and then like, yo, you edit your videos to a song. So it's not like a video where like you sit down and you watching, like, you know.
Like a
some-
nature documentary.
Yeah, you know, it's not like that. It's like, it's a trip condensed to a song and every edit hit the beats. Needless to say, I subscribe to this page.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But it is dope. Again, links in the bio.
It's a funny story because before the whole video editing thing came about, I used to be a DJ. So a lot of my friends in the music industry and the creative industry, I met them back when I used to DJ. So
Did you learn video editing from back then, or was it something
no,
that you
it's
just
a
learned?
thing where I used to focus on remixing. So
You used to focus on remixing songs.
remixing songs.
Okay.
So cutting up songs, I applied that to videos. It kind of felt like the same thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
Which
cool,
is why
cool,
I
cool.
think I caught on to it so easily. Because like, yo, I'm editing these videos to a song. Because the music for me is definitely one of the most important things. And I spend a lot of time curating the soundtrack towards each video. It has to relate. And if you know music and you realize what song I'm using and I'm editing the video to, you realize that there's always a connection. So editing the videos to that music, it's almost like me remixing a video, cutting up the video piece by piece and seeing what works best with each other and doing a transition that works. Like, it kind of went hand in hand. So,
That is sick. I'd have never met that connection in my head.
and that's the thing, and not a lot of people know that. So
Well,
that's why we're on the BamCast. We're telling the story.
I was like, yo, no, they do. I didn't
No,
want
they
to say
do.
no, they do. But yeah, no, dog. I don't.
Super short show.
Yeah, no, dog. I don't never even think about that. That's so sick. So you just treat it as you're remixing, like you remixing the video, or like you're remixing the day, kind of.
I mean, I don't want to say remixing, but it's editing. So
Editing.
editing the video just like how I would edit audio files in a remix.
Okay, I got you.
So using different video files just like I would use different audio files and cutting them up and putting them together. Like, it's telling a story with audio, but now I'm telling a story visually. So
You go into like the day or the par with a plan in your mind, and then like you shoot from that, or do you just shoot what you get and then compile the story?
So initially, it was just going out, getting what I get by enjoying the day, and then whatever I have, I just try and make a story from it. Then I figured that, you know what, I feel like I can be more impactful by maybe focusing on an actual story. So then I started going into it like, okay, I definitely need to get this, this, and this, but still strike a balance with enjoying the experience. So
Like Bob said, you don't want it to be a nature documentary.
yeah, I'm gonna want to just go and say, Bomba, you know, so it's a video me and shoot, and I'm gonna enjoy the little river, I'm gonna go swim and them thing there. So I go into it with a plan of what I need to get, and I try to get it as quick as I can get it, so that I can actually enjoy the experience, because I don't want to take away from the actual experience.
Oh, so like you try to get it as quick as possible and then put on camera and enjoy the day. You don't
Right, I try
always
to
have the camera
I
in your
don't
hand.
always have the camera.
Okay, cool. Say I would have made the mistake of always having the camera in my hand.
Yeah, but then you miss out on the experience.
Exactly.
If you go into a new place and your focus is just
Which is why
getting
I'm the
this on
worst
video.
at vlogging. I'm either enjoying the day or vlogging. I haven't hit that
bridge.
magic spot that you've
Yeah.
reached. I aspire to it. So yo, Down the Road JA isn't just your blog and videos and stuff like that. You guys have started doing like trips.
Right. So, like I said earlier, I am in the hospitality industry, right? So, like a lot of Jamaicans with their entrepreneurial perspectives, I've always thought about, hey, what can I do full time to sustain myself? So I've always figured that even though the hotel is tourism, there's a broader scope to it, and the fact that I love adventure and going to these different places, probably I can do tours full time, you know? So I always thought to myself that since Down the Road was initially just a blog, but when it just started going and people started liking it, I kind of broadened my horizons and thought that, yo, you know that there's a lot of different things I can do with this. So in my head, I have a master plan of different phases of the whole Down the Road plan and the Down the Road empire. There's a lot of different segments to it. But tours is something that I kind of wanted to wait. But it's something where people always see these videos and see these places and say, yo,
Where is it? Can I go?
where is this place? And I said, all right, yeah, man, I can bring you. Yeah, man, I can bring you. And I tired forget cussing. Yo, look what you say, carry me go to that place and you don't carry me.
You realize there's a theme here. Didn't
What's the
start
theme?
down the road till people cussed you. Didn't start down the road till
Yeah,
still
I mean-
people cussed you. Hear that, people? Cuss him if you want things to happen.
This is very true. Because I like to
You
do
poor
things on
mother.
my own time. And
poor
you're not
mother.
going to tell me what to do, but if you tell me, you know, maybe I'll just get annoyed.
Again, they're the same person sometimes. Hear that sentence a while ago? I'm not going to do it if you tell me what to do.
I have to do it myself. Don't tell me. It's not
Tell me this guy's
senseless,
my spirit
brother.
animal. That's her.
But you will, it's like lit if I get up to go wash the dishes in the sink and you pass me going into the kitchen and say, yo, wash up the dishes. I vex now.
Yes,
I don't want to
exactly.
do it.
My guy.
I don't want to do it.
Dog, you're petty.
Do not
No, I
tell
don't
me
want to do it. Don't
to
tell
wash
me,
this,
man.
the damn
I was
plate,
going
them.
to do it. Don't tell me to do it.
That's sheer pettiness, dog.
No, it's not pettiness.
Yeah, call it what you want to call it, man.
I was going to do it.
You don't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
I do it when I want to do it. Yeah, no.
You know,
Anyways,
like nature have its own time, its
Yeah.
own cycles.
You have your own time and cycle.
Alright, okay.
Exactly. You just got to work with the energy, man.
Exactly.
When the spirit said do it,
Do it.
you do it.
We're
And-
all-star stuff.
Well, you got the cousin to do the tours, and you started doing the
I
tours.
did it. I just said, you know what? Let me just organize this thing. So me and the team come together and we plan it and we say, all right.
Give us an example of like one of the tours you guys have already done. Like, what does it encompass? What do
Alright,
you guys
so-
do?
We've done one official tour so far, which was, I think 2 months ago. We went to the South Coast, which is St. Elizabeth, if you all listening don't know. So we went to the Appleton Estate. We made a stop at Holland Bamboo for coconuts, and then we stopped in Black River, capital of St. Elizabeth. We had some box food for the culture, you know.
For the culture.
And then we went to Floyd's Pelican Bar, which is famous bar in the middle of the sea, you know.
Yeah,
So-
I've always wanted to go to that bar. Damn,
And
I
that
missed
was
the
the
trip.
thing. I
missed the
tried to.
trip.
I think rather than just tackling it as a trip, we're going here. We try to curate experiences. So, how can we make this trip into something that is so memorable that you remember it for the rest of your life? So we kind of curate these experiences where, all right, you go to the Appleton Estate. You start off the day so good drinking. Obviously, you're gonna be in a good mood for the rest of the day.
Rum time.
Right. We stop at Holland Bamboo. It's very picturesque, so everybody taking pictures, and this is one of the things that works for us. The fact that we started this thing visually, so videos and pictures are one of the main things.
Mm-hmm.
People just want to do it for the gram, man.
Yo, people do everything for the gram.
They want
The
to do it
man
for the
they will
gram.
do everything for the gram, dog. It's amazing.
Yeah, so we tell them, yo, we're gonna take some bad picture. You can post it when you're done. So stopping at Holland Bamboo is one of the most picturesque places. You have your coconut, all of the bamboo them going on the arch. Like, it just looks so good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Get a nice box food for the culture, cheap and clean. 6 bills, your belly full. Somebody tell me the best rice
Did you
and peas
get
them
did you
ever
get
eaten
the
in their life.
did you get the Jamaica's true national dish?
Which is?
Fried chicken, rice and peas and curry gravy
Well, obviously.
with a little pasta if they have it. That's
Obviously.
Jamaica's national dish right there, guys. Don't let them fool you with that ackee and saltfish shit.
I swear. It's fried chicken, curry gravy,
Rice and peas.
rice and peas, nothing else.
And if the curry gravy don't leave the white styrofoam box like radioactive neon yellow, did you really have curry?
And
The
no,
curry
make
gravy
them
not
give you the
good?
curry chicken gravy.
Yeah, it have to be the curry.
Curry
goat
goat,
gravy.
curry goat
You
gravy.
forget
Gravy.
little piece of the goat
Piece of
in
the,
it.
oh
Yeah.
gosh. Piece of the goat
I
in there.
forget piece of the goat in
Nice,
it.
you
You
know?
never get good gravy.
See, they carry the people that got pictures for the Grammy.
Yes.
You had the national dish of Jamaica though at me.
All of these things. We make it to a nice experience. And on the way back, we stopped at middle quarter. So people, if they were still hungry, they could get food or get soup and shrimp. So it was nice. We did a mock tour actually in November 2018, where we just invited our friends who follow the page to this place called Hidden Beauty, which is close to Blue Hole in St. Mary. And we did a scavenger hunt. It was a nice river day. We tried to make
Scavenger
Oh.
hunt.
it was
It's right on the corner of the river, right beside it.
yes, it's
and
the
the river
last
run around.
stop. So the river runs through all of the
Yeah.
properties, but it's the last stop on that road.
And there's something that what them name? The tubers from Chocka Cove pass by.
Right, Chocka Cove tubers pass it,
Yeah.
because that's the
But
first
nice.
stop.
Very nice.
And funny enough, I went to Spanish Bridge the other day,
Me too.
and I know that they were close, but I just realized that literally almost as you get to Spanish Bridge, you're seeing Calby's Hidden Beauty, which is like on the other side of the river.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that White River is all connected,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So it was pretty cool. And now we're about to do our second tour. We're going back to Hidden Beauty. We wanted to do Portland, but we figured we can make a better experience rather than try to slap chop up something. So we're gonna save Portland for the next one.
When you say we, you and your team?
Me and the team. So
Who's your team?
Down the Road initially started with just me, obviously, because it's my blog. I pretty much am the chief content creator, so I shoot most of the videos. I edit all of the videos. But then now in comes my friends who I carried on these trips, and they got an interest in it as well. So we have Rick, my brethren, who liked everything that I'm doing and said, you know what, I want to do this video. So Rick bought a camera. Rick shoots as well. So me and Rick do shooting of mostly pictures. I do mostly videos. And I do all of the editing.
Oh, so Rick's like the photographer, you'd be the videographer.
Right. I mean, ideally the whole team is a lot of consultation because we all sit and go through these ideas together.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody consults, and that is one of the main strengths of the team. We all plan these experiences together and say, okay, where we're going next, what we're going to do. So that part is not just me. I don't have to figure out all of that anymore. We have Shanae, my best friend. We go through, she's been there from the start. So curating everything, she does pictures as well. I can say, yo, Shanae, I want to be in this video. Hold the camera, do this. And she deal with it, you know?
Someone you can trust with the camera.
Exactly.
Cool.
And like I said, one of the main things for me is curating all the experiences and deciding on the location. So everybody plays their part. And if I'm too busy doing something or like I'm trying to focus on a video, I can say, yo, you guys can deal with this for me. Them deal with it for me. We have Aisha, who just came on board. Or ULJ, I just put in out her government in the public. Yeah, but she does food-focused stuff. So we have
that
a subsector.
food porn.
Right. We have another subsector of Down the Road called Cravenish, which was her idea. And I said, yo, you have this... Cravenish.
Could describe me right there.
She have this idea and she just sitting on it. And I say, yo, come host your blog on my website.
So you became the Naggy. You became the
yes,
nagger.
I did. I became the nagger.
You're no
said,
longer
yo.
the Naggy. Okay.
So I gave her a section on the blog called Cravenish, which is food focused. So she focuses on all the food content and she gives me ideas in terms of locations to shoot and ideas. And then we'll have Tennyson, who was there from the start as well. He's focusing on the food as well.
Please tell me you guys call him Ben 10.
No, Tenny.
Oh, call Benjamin Tennyson.
That's
Ben 10's name.
Okay. I thought this guy's name was also Benjamin Tennyson. I was going to go down. I want to fumble that.
Tennyson, so we call him Tenny. Tenny is a lot of food focused stuff as well. So he and Yeshi work together and they focus on the food content.
Omnitrix.
And then we have Denmar, Denmizi, who is not in Jamaica right now. He went abroad for a little bit. Hopefully he's back soon. But consultation, we have our group chat and we talk and we discuss all the ideas. So I can't do it by myself anymore.
Straight is important to have a good team
it's
around.
good to have a team. So we all come up with ideas and we execute together.
It's good. And then we can nag each other individually. So
exactly.
Something gets done.
Exactly. So
hear that, Bob?
Effort.
Hear that, Bob? You should be a contributing member to the team.
Oh. I show up. I'm the talent.
Wow. Oh, this guy.
I was waiting on that sentence. I knew that was coming. I knew it was going to say, I'm the talent. What are you talking about? I just show up. You do everything else. I knew that was coming.
I'm the talent, bro. What do you mean? I also, I know people, so I can get guests. So I do bookings.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Okay. That one time. There's more. I know people.
Showing up is what matters, man.
Yeah.
There you go.
Saying.
Fair.
My motto.
I'm making mad use of like Bob showing up currently because we don't really have Bob for much longer consistently, guys.
Well, I don't know. Can't bring the pitney.
Oh, that's what's going
upstairs.
on? My guy's about to be a dad?
My guy's about to be a dad.
Yeah, soon enough.
Wow.
So, yo, guys, guess what? It's your favorite part of the podcast. I joke, it's my favorite part of the podcast. Tangential lane. Alright, yeah, what tangential lane is we'll still be on topic, kinda, but we're gonna go off on tangents, bounce around par. That's usually how I do the latter part of the podcast. Bob, you on that one nostril is so funny, man.
Oh my God.
Don't
this
sit.
guy. What
You
is
tell
going
him-
on here,
You tell him.
people?
You tell him don't do something,
I'm
and then he
obese.
does it.
I'm sorry. Just a spot of obesity makes breathing.
Stop saying a spot of
It's just
obesity.
a spot of obesity.
Just a tad.
Just exactly.
just a
Just a
wee bit.
sprinkle.
A smidgen.
A smidge.
Yo, Doofy. You guys were preying on Twitter. I think it was yesterday or the day before, where like Area 51 was just killing the place.
I didn't follow up. I saw the memes, but
I saw the
know what was
memes. I
happening.
didn't really follow up, but
Area
it
51 like in America.
Just look like
It-
Caucasian
or the game
hijinks.
store.
no, it like the aliens, the quote unquote What do they think Area 51 is?
It's
Where
it's
they have the
it's
aliens?
an American, a U.S. Army Air Force base,
Uh-huh.
but it's where the Army does where the Air Force does their
alien
testing,
things.
and there's
Their alien
the,
things.
The
Yeah.
conspiracy theory is that's where America has their extraterrestrial stuff. Because there's always a lot of UFO sightings in Nevada, nearby where the base
Close
is.
by, yeah.
America says that no, it's just testing of experimental aircraft. That's why they're seeing the flashes and weird shit in the sky. So yeah.
So what was happening at Area 51 yesterday?
Caucasian
I did
hijinks,
not-
bro.
I did
I
not
don't
follow
know.
it at all. It just made me start thinking, yo, would you plan a trip to Area 51 if you could?
Aliens.
Would
Hell
you go?
yeah.
Would you go look for the aliens, or would you just leave them alone?
We are the aliens.
So one of the good things about the Down the Road YouTube
Dun,
channel,
dun,
right,
dun.
is I try to not box myself in. So it initially started with Down the Road videos being the Down the Road series, like a travelogue in a sense. But slowly, I kind of branched off into a lot of different things because I feel like we need to be millennial based, and millennials don't just do one thing. So millennials go to parties, millennials go to restaurants and eat food. So I
When you
did.
say millennials, do you actually mean millennials or just like young people?
What are millennials?
Millennials
People up
stop
to
at 94.
At how much?
Millennials stop at 1994, I believe.
At 1994 year, how much? Like 27?
That's a year after me, 27, yeah.
Okay.
So 27 would be I think it's 94. Would be the last set of millennials.
Millennials
Gen
may
Z,
be
then Gen Z.
That's
I think.
25
not fully
years.
a broad
This is
demographic,
2019.
but based on my insights, that actually is the viewers who view Down the Road between 18 and 32. So,
Actual millennials.
right, actual millennials. So I kind of like to use that as a term.
Where-
But we do the Down the Road travelogue. We have Down the Road Live, which is concerts really. We have Chipping Down the Road, which
Correct.
is
Correction, let me just correct this. Millennials are born 1981 to 1996, so 22 to 37.
okay, which really is the base of Down the Road. I mean, yeah, we do have some younger people, but it really is people that age.
Cool. We're
And-
accurately using that term.
Right, which is why I think I ended up using that term, right? But it's a thing where the people who watch it, they do different things, and people who are our age, they like to explore, which is why they like it, because at the base, it's going to always be tourism centered. So, hell yeah, we'd go to Area 51.
I also always think when people see like a sick sequence of images or videos or stuff of a place, they immediately think, yo, I want to go there and snap it. Or like, I want to go there and gram it. Like you said earlier, it's always for the gram. If you can show somebody a pretty place, they'll probably be
There's
interested
a-
for the gram.
And you
There's
know,
a cat island in Japan that I want to go to.
There's a cat
that
island.
just has cats.
There's a bunch of there are like more cats than people on the island.
Wow, you just
Why?
lost some cool
There's a
points,
rabbit
bro.
island as well in Japan that I want to go to. That same situation as the cats.
Why?
Yeah, I'm not messing with
Maybe
cats. Just
To
saying.
touch them.
You don't fuck with cats?
I don't.
That's
Weak.
where they divert.
Yeah, at all.
Weak.
Give me 5 puppies, man. I'm good. Like, keep
what
those
my-
cats
You know
over
what my
there.
only issue with cats are? I can't deal with the scratches, dog. That shit hurts.
No, you
That's my
just- you
only
speak
issue
to
with
them, you
cats.
develop a rapport.
Yeah, but you have to develop a rapport. During the time of developing a rapport, the man them popping out them switchblades and just like jacking you, dog. I can't
Just
deal with
slash
that.
throat and
You
then-
get over
Fam,
it.
fam, I can't deal with that
You
shit.
get over it.
No, but
I've
man,
never gotten like anything big. Like you said, this current cut on my hand. You know what gave me this?
What?
A crab.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
You in crab hunting?
No, I was cleaning the crabs from the crab hunt, and one of them grabbed me. And this is about the biggest cut I've ever gotten from my cat as well.
But I don't want that from my pet, dog.
Your dogs are beasts, but
They don't
when-
cut me.
remember that
They
something
cut
there.
themselves.
The dog thing, them fool.
Kinda.
They're permanently juvenile.
Like the man them will say a little tiny hole in the fence and go, I can fit through that bitch.
Yeah.
And make it through.
But Clyde is a acrobat.
Yeah.
Clyde backflip over the fence and them things.
Doesn't backflip.
What do you mean when you say he backflip?
Clyde have a stone on the other side of the fence
It's
that he
right there.
run and leap off of shit to come over the fence into the yard when he's outside.
It's right
That's
there.
crazy.
That white
And
stone
him
right
take
there.
a run up and him run off it and jump over. So it might as well, it's a high jump.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, that fucker go get old one day and,
And
just
get
like
stuck.
brother and just like mash your ankle and in the morning you go see him limping. You go old timer. You went out last night. Alright, cool.
Yo, you see the craziest thing about social media these days is that it sucks us in so much. And the fact that I mean, oh my God, these guys. Anyways, focus.
That's not these guys, that's Bob. I didn't even catch that one.
Focus. Yeah, so even the fact that I have my personal page and I'm trying to run this social media page where you want to get people interacting with it, you know? Like after a point, I feel like I kind of draw it back. So I turn off all my social media notifications. I'll make my posts every day, but I don't make the notifications draw me in. Every time I get a notification, you pull out your phone and look on it.
Fam, I pull up my phone and look at it sometimes just because.
You mean that crack cocaine?
Yeah.
Yes, like it is, it's crazy. Which is why you tell me about this Area 51 thing. I'm like, what's that? I wasn't on Twitter at all.
Yeah, I didn't really follow it up. I just saw lots of memes of things I really wish I didn't
You know, it's
see.
a good way to stay off social media.
If I don't go on the app, I'm not gonna see it.
Put a lot of porn on it.
Huh?
Can't open it in public.
But that is Twitter currently.
Exactly.
Is that your way of justifying what you do?
No.
Okay.
I deleted most of the porn accounts I follow.
Proud of you.
Long time. I spoke about this.
job.
Long time.
Good job, man.
Yes, because I got tired of like opening my Twitter in public and like I waiting in line somewhere and I scrolling on my phone and all of a sudden, fuck.
And just ass and titties.
Yeah, just have to like tuck my phone close to my chest.
Yo, like
so
imagine.
the old lady behind me in the line.
Yeah,
don't
imagine
get
your
line.
NCB line. A old
Yeah.
lady a close mark and you have your phone
Yeah.
and
Close, man.
should I say some ass and titties and I say,
or
oh, mommy,
imagine,
sorry.
It's exactly
Or-
how people moving.
Or imagine you are at work, Tuesday
Go
gone,
inside,
and
defend
you
it.
just happen to click over to WhatsApp
on.
web to
I
just
said,
see what
yeah,
going on.
yeah.
And Bob sends a picture of a fully naked, like milfy bee with a hairy muff, and I just have to go L, so it just comes off the screen.
Yeah, because he's on WhatsApp. Right? That's not my fault.
What? That's what your Twitter does to you,
The
though.
group is not safe for work.
Big facts. NSFW for that group.
But Twitter as well. Tumblr tried
Yo,
the damn thing.
Twitter is just a whole
And
different
lose all-
beast
Is Tumblr
right
still
now.
alive?
It exists.
It
For what?
exists.
The people who used it for
I heard
non-porn
that
reasons.
Pornhub is trying to buy it.
Yeah,
I don't know how true that is.
I heard that as well. Pornhub is the only one who care about us, you know.
What?
Pornhub planted trees the other day, you know, for the
Oh,
amount
yeah,
of clicks on the website and
Yeah,
the amount of views and things.
for each click they'd plant a tree.
Yeah,
So basically,
they're the-
Pornhub is saving the
they are
world.
saving the fucking world.
Well, I actually follow Pornhub Aria
Who'd have thought?
on Twitter.
As do I.
It's not what you guys would think.
It's
It's,
not
not just
porn.
porn.
It's the
She's
person
just
behind the account. She's
yeah, it's
hilarious.
snarky and hilarious, mate. Absolutely funny. It's
Pornhub
not what you'd
Aria.
think. Yeah, she's the person that runs the all of the
Social media.
social media and stuff that you'd see. So I guess that's her page, and it's complete opposite of what you'd expect. It's just snark and just
Banter.
like
Yeah,
comments
and they're
stuff.
like the other porn websites also have like their own person like that, and it's just bare banter back and forth all
Yeah.
between them.
You want to try to follow the formula?
I mean, it works. It works. If it works, it works.
If it works, it works.
Right.
I mean, it works for them. I don't know of any. Do people follow porn stars on Twitter? Is that a thing? You you follow porn stars on
I
Twitter?
used to, but just like I
Not
don't even
I.
know why.
Yeah, I was about to say why.
Cause it's not like
Do
you
you
watch any of the stuff on the porn page, and it's not like I think it's weird to want to get to know them personally. Cause like if I saw them in person,
You don't think that's weird?
no, I do think that's weird.
Okay, cool, because that's
No,
mad
no,
weird.
I do think that's weird. Cause I think if I met a porn star in person, I'd feel dirty.
So
Like, I've
are
seen
they
you
like
naked.
tweeting about their scenes or like what do they tweet about?
Some of them tweet only about work. Some tweet only about their own life, and some have like private pages that is them have a separate real life personality from them work personality. Some of them tweet about both. It's like some of them you can see is like them personal is them
Yeah.
Twitter account. Like them when them take out them phone, that's what them open. Others you can see is a managed account from like them management company.
Oh,
or
to like
whatever.
get business and
Or
stuff.
post them scenes and things.
Right.
Word.
Just like any other, like a movie star. Why people
Yo, I
follow
can't-
movie stars?
You know, I really don't get the idol worship that Americans like exhibit. I really don't, because, for example, right, I fuck with Jamaican content creators such as yourself, but man, literally go church of Beyonce in America. You know,
Kanye
that.
has his own church.
Kanye has his own Sunday service that people attend because it's Kanye West. I don't overs that. I don't understand that, and I think going back to social media, being that they can follow them and they can always tweet to them, like we were saying earlier, they feel mad connected to them. And that creepy, 'cause you've never met this person a day in their life and it's just another person that shit
You
and
get
piss like you.
stalkers, bro.
It's mad creepy.
And you feel like you have some level of accessibility to them.
People will send like death threats. For example, other day at the game, at NBA Finals game, a woman leaned across Beyonce, like she's here, Jay-Z's there. She's their host. Like
I saw that video.
She leans across
And
to
I talked
ask
to Jay-Z, right?
Yo, you want another vodka and soda? Jay say, yeah. I guess Beyonce made like a funny face or whatever. People sent her death threats, you know, dog. And she's not a celebrity or nothing. She's just a rich man wife. Like, that's literally her, like,
She's
her
the
thing.
wife of the team's owner.
Yeah, that's literally her thing. She's like, she's one of the LA housewives kind of vibe. People are sending her death threats and them thing they in a dog.
Okay, can't violate Queen Bee.
Them know this woman. I don't get it.
She sing directly to them when she make her albums.
She write on papers
For
just
them.
for them.
Yeah. This is for you, Steve.
Spray it with a little perfume and seal it in an envelope.
Yeah, and kiss it too.
Yo, right now, Amadeus has a social media is crazy, and it's one of the things that kind of led me to not have myself as a forefront of down the road. I feel like I needed to give it its own space. So,
Oh, like separation.
right. So it's not like a Doofy page.
Not
It's
like how the BamCast is.
Yeah, the
BamCast.
BamCast
Used to be
the
my
BamCast
team.
used to be me, and then I was like, nah. The BamCast have it page, and I have my page.
right. You give it its own space.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Because when people start getting too familiar, that's when them think they can get to you. Yo, BamCast a shit, man. I like that boy there. Him fat and ugly, and then you pray this like, oh my God, man, let's try.
That sound,
some
that
people
sound like
at
something
Alka
him
page.
been thinking since he's been here. But
Long time we might have about them.
Wow.
Fat ugly pussy come.
You see me?
Yeah.
Them little thing there. Like, yo,
sorry guys, it is what it is.
yo, me is a thug in the streets, but my feelings, like, I'm not think I can deal with that. Like, people are say, yo, that boy there. Yo, I'm not like him, video them lame. I imagine him just a senior bag of things.
even know, madam. If you talk about my video,
Is it
like
me?
that, man, you.
So I try to give down the road its own space, you know? Like, I don't try to be in the forefront of the videos. I try to show the places that I go to. Yeah, we're talking it, but I don't need to be the main part of it, you know? It's crazy, this social media thing.
my stay up. I edit the video,
Isn't
dog.
it?
I just. Dog. Call it shit, dog. How you do that, man?
You remember when I got my first dislike on YouTube? It was a
Like a
video
man
about
boxing in your
curry goat,
face.
you see me? We went to 3 different curry goat places and kind of compared them. I mean, I say, who not like curry? Like, I don't understand this. What is the basis of your dislike, my guy? Like, I need to get a report from you, like, why you dislike the video, send me an essay, like, I don't understand what is going on, like,
I remember the first
30
negative
marks.
podcast comment.
I swear.
What them did, sir? What the pussy them, sir?
First negative podcast comment was like,
Fuck them feel like.
oh, everybody know has a podcast. They're a dime a dozen.
Suck your mother.
I
Whoever did say that?
Hold on. I do
Suck
want
your
to,
mother.
but you know, it has to be up to my standards.
Oh.
So go on.
Laba juice.
Big old girl.
But I just went, so do it. You have to start somewhere, right? If you want to start from perfection, you'll never start.
And that's the thing, you have to realize, so, yo, you can't take everything personal.
No, not at all. No.
If you take everything personal, you're not going to do nothing in life.
It will
So,
mad you.
just do your thing.
It will absolutely mad you, dog.
Dating, and it's something my brethren did tell me. He's actually the one who told me to make all of these social media pages for down the road. My brethren Julian. Him say, yo, give it its own space. Don't worry about the numbers. Just worry about who is watching it and the impact you're having. You see me? It's not all about influence. It's about what are you impacting? Why are you doing this? And the reason I'm doing this is because I love Jamaica, and I feel like I've always seen foreigners come and showcasing what we have here.
It's like when you see all those tweets about people saying, yo, this part of Jamaica, and you see people in Jamaica go, yo, I never been to this part. This must be like uptown Jamaica or foreign Jamaica.
Foreign Jamaica.
Oh,
Them
people
little
be
thing
like,
there.
yo, I wish I'd love to visit Jamaica. I'm
Yeah.
like, but I've been there. You have to go find it.
Yeah, it's
Exactly.
just bush. Like, you know what did bust my mind the other day, dog?
What blew your mind, pal?
Mandeville don't have a beach. Mandeville have one beach. And is that a river outlet?
Got River?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's
Alligator
the only
Pond.
parish on this whole island like that.
Yeah, but Alligator Pond is beautiful. That's
Yeah, but I'm not going nowhere named Alligator Pond, Manico.
Trait.
yeah, but it's a beach, my guy.
But
It's- the beach
Alligator
7 miles.
Pond
Did you know
is
that?
a name that terrifies
No,
me
li-
enough
you
that
know-
I'm not going to go.
You see my
So
favorite
I'll
beach?
never find out.
My favorite beach that I've been to, Treasure Beach.
Treasure Beach.
The
is
wave
nice.
them beat hard, but I lost my glasses down there. Big up those glasses, wherever they are, you know.
Wherever
Bottom
they
of the
are.
ocean.
I think my favorite beach is Turtle Beach, where you had to walk through the abandoned hotel.
Yeah, but them building something there
I know,
now, so
but
it's all
it
fun.
was a
Wait, where's Turtle Beach?
You know that hotel in the corner by Aracabeso that's been dilapidated for years and them just block it off now. You know
This
where
is
that
like
lone
before
gas
James
station?
Bond?
Yeah.
Like a little before James
You know
Bond?
that lone gas station in the deep corner?
I think so, yeah. Vaguely.
As you come down, it's right before it's before James Bond. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, probably this. Like
Mhm.
one deep
So
corner.
and there's a hotel on the side that been fucked up for years. There's a beach right there that's actually within a marine sanctuary, and turtles come in and lay the eggs there. Yeah, we went there a couple of times. It was really nice, and we even helped birth the turtles one time. Like, help dig them
It's
out of the
open to the
sand.
public now, you said? Or
No, they
no,
block
no.
it off now.
Yeah, they block it
That
off.
shit
I
was
think
real nice. And it's
Yeah,
a
that sounds
sanctuary, and the waves. It was a very flat beach. Come
it
geologists.
was a
what
flat
that
shelf
means, yeah.
going right out. So you know how sometimes you go into the beach, you walk out, and then it kind of gets deep real quick.
Yeah.
No, you had
Just
a
one level.
Yeah.
Right
long
out.
level, and it wasn't rocky. It
Yeah,
was
it was
it was
smooth,
very
smooth,
sooty,
smooth.
smooth
Yeah.
sand, and it continued for a while, dog. And there was a reef not too far out, like a break, so nothing rough came in.
Yeah, because the reef protecting everything.
Nothing
really
rough
nice.
came in. There is a long stretch of beach and a tree. A tree, dog.
It's a random
Ah,
tree.
fucking coconut
A
tree.
big tree that everybody par under.
Yeah, I've never heard about that
It
place.
was really
It's
sick,
one of
dog.
them hidden gems.
Yeah, we're there partying one day, and like Bob said, we just saw a bunch of scientist-looking people, and they're just like, "Yo, what going do?" And they started digging, and then they flipped over this little like lid,
Yeah.
and hundreds of baby turtles
The tur-
came pouring out.
Oh,
I was
shit.
like, "Bomba! Let's help birth some turtles!"
Yeah, so
And-
we'll dig them out and
Yeah, dog. So we
And I
started.
bet you remember that for the rest of your life.
of course.
Yeah, what do you mean? That used to be the go-to country beach.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we went there maybe 5 times.
Yeah, that used to be the go-to country beach. I remember every time I'd go there with like a new person,
A new set of people.
he would
Yeah.
generally go, "Where the fuck are you guys? Chill."
Yeah, when you're driving to the hotel,
Yeah.
yo, dog, what the fuck? What was the name of the brother with the chop? With the one eye?
It'll come back to me in a second. Or it'll
Man,
come back
one
to me
was
for
like
the pod,
a
bro.
watchman on the beach.
Yeah.
And the
yeah.
man looked shady as fuck, you know, dog.
Coolest,
so
brother.
we go to the girl, them is like, yo,
Coolest, brother.
Who that brother? Yeah.
man.
Cool.
We give my money for
Brother.
watch the cars.
Yeah.
Every
And-
time.
Yeah, naturally.
And that
Every
was
time.
that.
After the second time, it was bigs and bigs. It's like, yo.
Bigs and bigs.
It's like, yo, walk on.
The rest
But
of
how
them,
you mean?
yeah.
You walk through the fucked up hotel
Yeah.
in
Went out on the beach.
nicest piece of beach.
Real nice.
I miss that beach.
Real nice.
Yeah, that's one shot.
A real nice house.
Real nice house. Yeah, but you know, funnily enough, that we have you here on the podcast. This whole week, I've been reading, recently, I've been reading about slavery. So I've been reading a lot about Jamaica. 'Cause I realize a lot of Jamaican history isn't spoken about.
This
Now,
is very
even when you
true.
do history in high school, you do Caribbean history, you don't do Jamaican history. You touch on the titles and then you're gone about the white people.
Haiti and all of them things. Yeah.
Right. Nothing much about Jamaica. So I've been reading a lot about it, and I've been looking at like where the major plantations were in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to Bluefields, Westmoreland.
Westmoreland, yeah.
I didn't know that Spanish had a port down there. That was one of the settlements in Jamaica, in Bluefields.
Bluefields has some really nice
And
beaches.
Bluefields is really fucking nice because nobody
Yes,
lives in
and
fucking Westmoreland.
Nobody goes there. It's actually one of the places I want to visit.
I forget Westmoreland's a thing.
That's why.
I'm joking.
That's why name like that.
I
You know, that's
genuinely
it's like, yo, to the
forget.
west, there's more land down there, so but nobody know go.
Yo, nobody's literally just tourists that's going down there.
And weed man.
To the west.
And weed,
over
man.
there,
And
there's
weed,
more, there's more
naturally.
land.
Man say over there's up on the west, more land there, but we not really fuck with it. So Westmoreland. So the Spanish had a port there, so, and then St. Thomas now, by Planting Garden, there's a port out there, so by the river, where the river let out on that side. And I learned that in my head, St. Thomas is all hill.
Fun fact about Planting Garden River.
It's a fault line.
Yes.
Yes, I was reading about that as well.
One long fault line.
That's the 16 whatever earthquake that fuck up Port Royal originated on that
From
fault
there.
line.
Is the
Either that one or the 1907
It's the
one.
same fault line. It was the same fault line. It just energy didn't transfer that far.
Yeah. So, but I
BamCast
didn't in my head.
knowledge.
St. Thomas is all. There's only flat land wide enough for a road, and it's all hill. So I didn't know that they could have plantations out there, but there were plantations out there. So, and the what's the name of that river? Cane River.
Cane
River Falls.
Yeah.
That was actually a major thoroughfare. People used to they cut through that to allow people to get from Kingston to Morant Bay. So, and I was also reading about, there's a cave somewhere up in Spanish Town where they have Taino markings on the cave wall. I'm like, yo, that shit in Jamaica?
Yes.
Exactly. We have cave paintings in Jamaica
For real?
from the indigenous population.
Where?
I think it's up in the hill of Spanish Town.
Yo, these things exist, but
you
we
can't
just
go
don't know about it.
The Jamaica National Heritage Trust.
I need you to
Face it, I think Face
down.
Facey Place, I think, is our old great house,
Yeah, I know that.
No, the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both
and
of those places.
See that? I was just
Yo,
reading, I just found that out the other
In
day.
Old Harbor, there's a whole castle.
Old Harbor. It was the main harbor.
There's like
for
a
the
castle
Spanish
that's still there, right?
until the British went over into Port Royal. And the name of Port Royal used to be Kagwe. That's what English called it. The Tainos called it Kaguya. And that was the name for the aloe plant, which covered the Hellshire Hills, which you could see across from Port Royal.
Yo, BamCast dropping knowledge
History,
right
dog.
now,
I'm just
my
like,
guy.
yo. And I've been spending a lot of time looking at like satellite pictures of Jamaica. And we're wasting space.
Yeah.
We waste so much space in this fucking country. It's ridiculous.
You can't use the dead center, but besides that, yeah.
Yeah.
You need the dead center to
seriously?
stay how it is. Other than that, yeah, we're not using much.
And
of
then,
Jamaica.
it's funny you brought up the fault. Because I was reading about the earthquakes and thing. And
we
Jamaica,
call this segment #BobFacts.
Yeah. You have to remind me of the name of it. When you have two parallel fault lines running this way, but then the join in between them is like diagonal.
Transform.
That's how Jamaica formed.
It's a slip fault.
Yes, we were pushed up. And the Blue Mountains used to be volcanic? No?
No, Jamaica was never volcanic. Jamaica did form when the ridge of the Caribbean smashed into Florida and then like pulled back off. So it took some of Florida with it. So if you look at the rocks, you have some of Florida shelf is Jamaica and Cuba.
So basically, we're America. Is that what you're trying to say?
Miami been Kingston 21.
But that's the reason.
True story. True story.
That's the reason we're not volcanic, but the Lesser Antilles is volcanic. That's straight like
right. We're on the edge of the Ganave microplate. They're on the edge of the Caribbean plate.
That's straight hotspots
where it
over
meets
there.
Yo, these guys are dropping knowledge. Y'all need to subscribe to this shit, man. Oh my god.
I've been reading a lot about, and like, so there's that, and then like you read about the normal tourist destinations or the attractions in Jamaica. If you go around the island, like I've never been to a lot of them, and I wanted to go to a lot of them, but places like Lover's Leap have a lot of history behind it.
Yes.
That's where the brother was like, yo, no, I'm not going to slavery, so me and my woman is going to chuck off for this, which is what happened. I want to go see the old, like, Edinburgh Castle. You know about Edinburgh Castle?
Where is that one?
That's in, where was it again, Martin? St. Anne?
Saint is with the serial killer dude?
The serial killer.
St. Anne.
St. Anne.
Jamaica's
first serial killer. We lived it there. He was a Scotsman.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he built a great house called Edinburgh Castle, and he used to have the slaves bury the bodies and thing. I want to see that. There's the ruins of that still exist. Yeah, something I can
The
touch.
sinkhole is still there.
And the sinkhole that he used to throw the bodies in is there.
In St. Anne.
Yeah, in a few country outside, you don't hear shit about it. The Seville battle site, you drive past it every time you go Ochi, and you pay no fucking attention to it because it's just a flat piece of land.
You don't see a sign on your drive past.
There was a major battle there. The British fucked up Spain and took over Jamaica.
They actually have the cannons up there still that they shot into the harbor.
See?
It's crazy.
There's so much
Yo, and this is why I do down the road, because I feel Jamaicans don't know these things.
We don't.
And
I myself have to be teaching myself
what
about
Jamaican
And then Bob
person
come
and
teach me,
Jamaican entity
and then I
share
boss
this
it.
thing.
The Jamaica National Heritage Trust also found out something about them. Their headquarters was the house that they're in is was called Headquarters House or Sutton House. It was built by a guy who actually participated in the crushing of the Morant Bay Rebellion.
Oh wow.
Was it him? Or was it one of the guys who took over Jamaica from Spain? Either one of them. That's how he got the property there and built the house there. And it was the British bought it as the headquarters of the Navy for a while, and then Jamaica's government bought it after independence or just before independence, and it's now the headquarters of the National Heritage Trust. But it's been that same way for about 200 years or more. They've just added like AC.
Yo, that's crazy.
And that shit
There's
is there.
so much
Spanish
history.
Town Square, with just the facade of the courthouse that's left, the big
It's like
brick
all the
courthouse. That's how that shit was when the Spanish was
all the
there.
same.
I've been looking at a lot of pictures of Jamaica in the 1800s. Shit's crazy, dog. Just to think that this is a country that we know now and we don't know nothing about it but from back then other than what
really
the
don't.
British say about it.
Really don't.
We were
And
one of
history's an
the
important
we were the
thing.
crown of the Caribbean. The crown jewel in the British Caribbean Empire. Jamaica produced the most cane. We had the biggest slave market, unfortunately. And
the biggest port.
we had the biggest deep water port.
So everything
Natural.
funneled through us.
We were a transshipment hub because
Yep.
we're right in the middle of the Caribbean. So everything come to us and then go to England. And
Pretty
then come
much.
back to us and then go out to the Caribbean. We were the crown. We had electricity and pipe water before some places in America.
Yeah, we did.
Like in developed
I think
America.
it's Black River was the first place.
Black River
with
was the first place in
electricity.
the Western Hemisphere to get a railroad outside. Was it railroad or electricity? One of them.
And
No,
I think
A railroad-
somebody important like had
railroad,
a car
yeah.
before
we were the first.
somewhere in America or something like
Mhm.
that. Yeah,
We-
it's so much things.
We were the first at so many things, and then we just fuck ourselves.
It's disappointing.
Well, of course, there was also outside pressures looking at you, imperialist scum. But, yeah, we fucked ourselves with mismanagement. But Jamaica used to be really fucking great. And I mean, when you look at the history, as I said, we're wasting the space. Jamaica could be so much more if we just use what we have properly
Yeah.
and stop selling it out to foreign entities.
Yeah, but isn't that what you always say? Anything that we have that's nice, hurry up and get it.
Yep. Cause we're gonna fuck it up.
Real life.
That breaks my heart, honestly.
Real life. That's just how it's been.
Yo, you guys got a wicked podcast still, and the podcast not done yet. So
Yes, sir.
don't think they're wrapping it up. But you guys got information about down the road. You guys got
History
mad
level from the
knowledge
BamCast.
while ago. Like
Bob dropping knowledge on these hoes.
just hashtag Bob.
Did y'all know there was a Danish colony in the Caribbean?
Where
St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Danes?
Danes
How?
from Denmark.
When?
Because everybody was trying to get a piece of the Caribbean, and that was their piece.
Wow.
They lost it in some war in Europe. They ceded it
Lee.
over.
I have a question about Caribbean since we're talking about nationals.
Go right here.
Hispaniola,
Mm-hmm.
Dominican Republic, and Haiti split right down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
How'd that happen? Because one's French. And
French
one
landed on
Spanish.
one side, and the Spanish
And
landed on
Spanish,
one
yeah.
side, and they're separated by a mountain ridge.
But like, how did they not do the usual human thing of wanting it all?
on somebody.
The mountain
Yeah.
ridge.
Oh, the mountain ridge, like.
Have you
is-
ever looked at the geography of Hispaniola?
No.
The countries are split down a mountain range.
Oh, so the mountain range makes it legitimate.
Why are you going to go over there?
It-
Hard.
Oh, okay. So it just
And if I go capture both sides, you're going to be hard to link them.
Yeah.
and it perfectly splits it
Pretty much. You can map it right there. So
after the
It's-
pod.
so if you look at it like Haiti comes down on this side and the Damrep goes down on the other side. Yeah,
The more you know.
there you go.
Because
Bob's
I always wondered that. We're talking about Hispaniola in our office the other day, and it popped in my mind. How do you split a country down the middle? Because like South Korea and North Korea are over, that was a military thing. That's why you have the demilitarized zone in the middle. So I was wondering if it was something like that.
53rd parallel.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was something like that. But no, it's just that tall.
Now go over there.
Fuck them guys.
Fuck them niggas on that side. Yeah. But you know there was a war in the Damrep, a civil war, because they're really racist over there, where they killed off a bunch of black people
Yeah.
for
And
being,
even though,
for being
like,
black.
Why? Why is it that
Haiti just don't have
whenever in
problems.
history, when
Haiti
you talk
problems
about-
because France charged them a tax for independence for hundreds of years.
Hold on,
and the
pause.
tax was quoted in gold. So
What?
even in the 1800s,
Okay,
Haiti
no,
had to,
fast
and
forward,
1900s, Haiti had to be paying France gold bullion
for
as a-
ye,
For
for
their
independence.
so in order
hundreds
to
of
not be a
years.
slave,
Right,
you have to pay them.
right.
Pretty much.
Haiti was the first independent nation in this side, though.
And yeah, they were.
To get independence from a
How
colonial
did-
power,
how-
at least.
How they justify pay me for being independent?
I think France was at war at that time, and they needed the money. It would have been
I
too
don't care
much
if you
to
need the money.
stretch them.
How you def-
No, it would have been too much to stretch them to fight the insurrection in Haiti and fight the wars at home. So they was just like, yo, just pay away and then fuck off.
Yeah.
And the slaves was like, all right, pay and fuck off.
Yeah, that's A1 level extortion, bro.
Brother,
France
Brother.
is amazing. If you
Brother.
look at colonial
Hey,
France,
pay me for
England,
your freedom is the wildest sentence.
That's
so
her.
bail.
No, but like bail or overs because you're not a slave. You've
Bail.
locked up because you've done something bad.
Allegedly.
You are a slave. Allegedly done something bad. You are a slave,
Yeah, I
a
own your
human
life.
commodity.
That's chattel slavery.
So what the hell kind of slavery was it in the Caribbean?
That's chattel slavery in the Caribbean. But other forms of slavery, you could have bought your freedom as well.
But I'm fair. But I'm talking about chattel slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. You could have bought your free. I thought
Other forms of slavery,
I
you
thought
could
had
have
to
earned a
wo-
wage.
I thought it was like they would work off a debt.
Right, so
like
you either
in
work
time.
off that debt. It depends. You could have been captured as a prisoner of war. Now you're taken to my country. You're a slave, but you might earn a small wage if I allow you to, and then you can buy yourself from me.
Oh,
You know what's funny?
never knew that was a thing.
In Spanish football, you're a football fan?
Yes, yo. Sorry for cut you. What was the name of this segment with the tangent thing?
Tangential lane.
Where you
This
just go
is
off.
a crazy tangential lane. The man them is going off in the history, and I appreciate this.
You know, in Spanish football, which
Yeah.
which side you support?
All right, this whole football thing, I was the
You
biggest.
sound like Arsenal fan.
No, I was the biggest Manchester United fan, but really and truly for the last few years, just based on work and the fact that I wasn't able to
You
watch the
haven't been keeping
matches and the fact that the man them just suck. Like, I does not really watch football that much
Fair.
anymore. But I'm a Manchester United
Right.
fan
Do you used to follow Spanish football?
to some extent. Yeah,
So you know, when it comes to transfer season, you either pay a transfer fee or if your contract run out, you can leave on a free transfer.
right.
Now, there was a player in the 90s called Mark Bosman. They created a whole rule about him now and saying the last year of your contract, you can buy out your contract from your employer and become a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
In Spain, in order to do that, the player themselves has to pay. So the clubs
This
give
is still
the
current.
currently. Griezmann moved from Atletico to Barca the other
Right.
day. His release fee was like
100 and something million, yeah.
145 million.
Yeah, I saw that.
He had to pay them that personally. I don't, whether by check or whatever, but he personally had to go to the offices of the club and buy his freedom from the club to become a free agent.
Yo, that's crazy. This is current.
That's current
still?
Spanish football. Yeah. For you, the player has to pay their
2019.
release fee.
Yo, that's
The player has to
crazy.
play. So the club gives it to them. You
So
know.
basically,
Buying
like
club gives it to them.
basically, they have to buy out the contract.
but yeah.
At least they can buy out a contract.
So
you
the
know,
man
you
them
know when
are
you sign a
basically
UFC
buying them
contract,
freedom.
He stuck to it.
that's it.
Yep.
When you sign a UFC contract, there's
That's
no
why-
buying out a
That's
UFC
why Nick and
contract.
Nate gone.
You fight to the end of your contract. All right, that you can't fight for any other organization till the fight's on
Till
the contract done.
Damn.
That was wild.
Slavery.
It just
With
What-
extra
what-
steps.
yeah, I'm working slavery with extra steps. The more you know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've been reading so much about this.
Why have
fucking
you been
history now.
reading about
So I
slavery?
played this game, Civilization.
Oh, that pirate game?
No, I've been playing the pirate game as well. But I've been playing Civilization, so I started reading about the Netherlands because I was just looking at the polders, and most of the Netherlands was reclaimed from the sea, and they made a lot of money off of that. But that's why they flood all the time.
Yeah.
But they then built like the biggest dam, the longest dike in the world, and a lot of their country that exists now, a lot of the land was up to 400 years ago, sea. And man lived there now. And like I was looking at that, then obviously you start read about Europe, you read about the wars in Europe, you read about colonialism.
And then you
White
just went
people,
off on a
yeah.
White
tangent.
people, yeah. The Caucasians being Caucasian, just doing that thing out there.
Doing white people things.
Just doing white people things. Spain, the Mare Clausum, when Spain and Portugal decided who got the New World and the Old World, and they drew a line that said Spain got the New World, and Portugal got the Old World.
Mm-hmm.
But the line passed through Brazil on Portugal's side of the world, and that's why Brazil is the only Portuguese colony in South America. It cut a little piece of Brazil, and Portugal argued it that because it touches it, it's ours.
I never thought of that.
And that's why you have Portuguese colonies in Asia and Southeast Asia, but none in the New World, because they came to an agreement between Portugal and Spain. That's why Spain had the entire Caribbean at one point. Literally, I had a colony in almost all the islands, and in in Central and South America. They called it the Viceroyalty of New Granada. That was Colombia, Venezuela, Panama.
Dog, and this is Bob with no prep. Could you imagine if this nigga prepped for a podcast, how he would come here and just dash over my youth?
You see, that's why this guy's a talent. He just shows up. He just shows up. He just does this.
So but I just think it's amazing that the man them literally just took a map and drew a line down the middle and said that side is yours and this side is mine, and that's it.
Bob, the fact that man own land any at all is an
Who
amazing concept.
I'm saying
who you own. The fact that man currently own plots of land on the moon, and we have a brethren who bought his family member a plot of land on the moon. Who you buy that from? Who own the moon?
Who owns the
Jesus.
moon?
There's an actual place you go through. You can actually get a plot of land on.
You
the
can
moon
also adopt a star.
You can adopt. But who decided this are for me for sale?
Capitalism,
bro.
Who was the first man that go, yo, me, you see that? And me own it, I'm going to sell it to you.
A capitalist.
And who was the first dickhead to go, here's the money.
Sheeple.
Yo, see, this is why I was talking to y'all earlier about humans, man. Humans are just...
But think of it this way. Even when you own land, you own the top of the land. You only own the surface down to a certain depth.
You own land to a depth?
In most places.
Own the surface of the land?
You own the topsoil. You own the topsoil, yeah. You own the top. That's what you build on. Underneath it is still government land. In most places. In Singapore, you own to the core of the earth. And if the government builds a tunnel, they have to get permission from the people who own the buildings on top to build a tunnel underneath it.
As opposed
to just building it.
That's the opposite.
As opposed to most of the world where you just build it. That's government land.
That's the opposite of
European government have something called eminent domain where they can just take your land from you because it was theirs first.
Which is what happened in on Hagley Park Road and Constance Spring.
Well, no, they bought it. They pay you money, For the most part, they will compensate you just to avoid you being a dick to them. But they can technically, if they really need to, just take it. And there's nothing you can do because them can say, yo, we're the government. What are you going to do?
In summer, last summer, I was in Barbados and I kept seeing houses on stilts. So I just...
Like in the sea?
No, they were just on land, but none of the houses are on the ground. All of them are on stilts. So I just, immediately start going, yo, auntie, you want to flood? No. Back in the day when, slaves were just released and thing and could actually live on land, you could build your house there, but you can't own the land. So you build that shit on sticks. So if the master want back the land, take up your house and move.
That's crazy.
Speaking of, remember that thing I was telling you about apprenticeship?
Yeah.
So what it is that you worked after slavery, kids 6 and under were free. But anybody above that became an apprentice for 9 years, where you worked for half wage, for half the going rate for your former master to fill the labor gap.
Man, them say, yo, on a free, on is no longer slaves, but now I don't have the labor force. So guess what?
No, you're not slaving, no, you're working.
No, you're working. I pay you half.
Yeah, I get a little thing in it.
I pay you half what the white people what we normally pay you.
No, dog, but I want full pay. Listen, you were getting nothing before. No, you're getting half. I hate that we just like meds to how massa meds.
But here's the thing, the Morant Bay Rebellion, the Sam Sharp and George William Garden thing, why that happened in 1831 and something the abolition came in 1836.
Yeah.
1836, I think. or 8.
Sure.
One of them. A few years after.
Brother, he's that Rain Man.
Jesus.
It came a few years after, and it was because after them crushed the rebellion, them calling the Maroons and the British crushed the rebellion and thing, the man them just went out and just started hanging black people. They, like 100 people died in the rebellion, and like 400 died after.
Wow.
Why is it that whenever
And it
like
was the
mad
brutality
racism happens
of the
in
repression
history?
that like forced the government, and it started turning public opinion more and
No,
more.
why is it that whenever mad racism happens in history, it's always black people?
The Jews would like to have a word with you.
Fair.
True story. True story.
True story. True story. But
Every race goes through
that's
them
like,
time, brother.
no man.
Every race go
not
through
every
a-
race is at the foot of, the
No. It's just that
ladder.
black people just happen to be the only ones that went through chattel slavery.
Isn't that like the nastiest one though?
Right, but no other race experienced chattel slavery. That's why racism against black people is viewed as the peak racism.
The peak.
Yeah. Unless you're
it's
white,
it's
in which
Mount-
case
it's Mount Everest.
racism against the Jews is peak racism.
Word.
And it's just
Yeah, because with the Holocaust, what did they do? Just kill all these people and bury them or something like that, right?
6 million people.
Fam. They gassed people.
And they took the
Took
gold out
fat,
of the teeth.
Man, they took the fat people,
Made soap.
made soap out of the fat, from the fat people. They just gassed the other people. They took the gold out of them teeth
And
melt it down for use for money and them thing there. They some of the experiments that were done, like the most horrific experiments in history, in documented history, is from them time there.
Where was the Japanese, not the Germans?
No, but what was Hitler's chief?
Mengele.
Bro, he used to do shit like
sew people
twins
together.
or like separate twins, put one in one room, put one in the other room, torture one to see if the other one would feel the pain, and it descended from. I guess,
That's a lot of medical knowledge from torture.
It
It's just
descended
really
from
inhumane.
morbid curiosity, I guess you could call it.
to just
to
torture,
just
just
fucking
inhumanity.
Grossness, dog. Like, I don't even want to recap it. It's just
Y'all can do your Googles. Unit 731, the Japanese.
awful. It went from awful, inhumane, morbid scientific curiosity where you can kind of go, don't do that, but I can see your
Also,
reasoning. I can't see no reasoning.
Do you
for
know
what they
where
were
most
sending
of
it
the
to.
Nazi scientists ran off to escape after that?
Argentina?
You say you're a football fan, right?
Yeah.
Argentina.
You realize there are no black people on the Argentinian football team?
Yes.
Any other South American team fit that bill?
No.
The Nazis went to Argentina.
Okay. And then the
war
Argentinians
continued.
sent the black people to war at the front lines
Wow.
right after slavery to basically kill them off.
So let's get them out.
Eugenics did
And
not
Uruguay is also another very light-skinned team because like 70% of them descend from Italians and other Europeans. But it's a very big Italian
BamCast
presence.
dropping knowledge
And
today,
Argentina and Uruguay geographically are across a bay from each other. Like they
Yeah.
share the same river mouth, so they share a lot.
Very similar.
Ethnically. Yeah. That's why there are no black people in Argentina, so fuck them niggas.
So fuck them niggas.
Fuck them niggas, dog. You bring the people forcefully over there and then you go kill them off when you're done with them. Go
Isn't-
fuck yourself.
Isn't that like the way of...
You know why Suriname is shit?
Why?
Because they got what they wanted and left the rest of the country to rot. The Dutch, they're the ones who invented chattel slavery. Martin people.
Hey.
Yo, right
they
now-
came over here.
We're going
and
to
then
teach
I
you.
happened to
We'll
My
teach
mind
them.
is blown
We'll
right
teach
now,
you.
but
We'll bring you a helmet next time so you don't make a mess when you blow
yo,
your
big
mind.
up the BamCast for inviting me here, cause
Thank you guys
I
for
don't know.
listening. Thank
That's
you
it.
guys for watching. Thank you Doofy of Down the Road, J for powering. Bob dropped knowledge on
mad
you.
knowledge, fam. Yo, my mind is blown right now.
I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the BamCast. Yo, find us everywhere on literally everywhere at the BamCast. Bob's gonna tell you don't look for him. You can
don't.
find Doofy.
But look for the BamCast and watch our shit on fucking YouTube.
Find
Yes.
Down the Road,
Subscribe
JA.
to them.
Well, start using a GoPro
Yeah,
now.
just type down the road,
so
J
it look
everything.
real nice.
Literally, just like how you see it. Down the
and
road,
the
J.
stands are here. You know, we have new mics and shit. So
Yeah.
fuck with us.
Yo, the brand is strong.
I hope the live show went well because you guys are going to hear this on Monday. Live show is tomorrow. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for supporting California Apparel, 20% off to help the podcast. Straw House JA also help the podcast. We got merch coming, guys. guys.
Oh, it's lit.
We got merch coming, guys, and you guys gonna like the merch. Dropping bums on your mums.
Fuck car alarms.
That was a hard F. Bye, guys.
Big up on yourself.